Hi friends, Evolving Guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for following along with our collection journey. So today we are unboxing the new Azure Legend Tins, which came out on February 21st, 2025. I've got one of each variant. We've got the Xerneas, we've got Dialga, and then hiding back here we have Kyogre. So these released on the 21st on Friday, the same day as these prismatic 2-packs. I'm gonna have a different video where we look, where we break into the prismatic stuff. But anyway, I'm curious your experience with finding these. They were actually, I think, a little in higher demand than I might have guessed. One thing to note, though, as we start off here, is that if you got these at a participating retailer, I got mine at, well, I got one of my tins at GameStop. I'll talk more about where I got my tins in a second. They had a limit of one item, just one Pokemon item. They only had 3 tins total in the entire store, and I was second in line, actually third in line. I actually didn't get there. I got there about 5 minutes before they opened. There was one couple in line ahead of me. They went after the prismatic stuff, and they actually bought out. There were only 3 2-pack blisters of prismatic, and they there was a limit of 2, so the first guy bought 2, and then his girlfriend just bought the last one as a separate transaction, even though it was for him. And then I was third in line, so no more prismatic for me, but I did buy the Xerneas tin. And also, these are free promo cards that came along with the purchase. These are available in a couple other ways, which I'll talk about, but these are from the illustration contest in 2024. As you can see, they're stamped. And I'm just going to cut into these. So these are promo cards. They're Black Star promos for Scarlet and Violet. So if you collect the Black Star promos like I do, you're going to want these for your binder. So you can see here it's promo 213. There's the Feraligatr. And these was a design contest that fans submitted designs. I think they narrowed it down to 300. And then they narrowed it down further. Maybe there was a second cut to 100. I can't remember, even 25. But these are the final 3 winning designs. There's 214 Pikachu. You can see again the stamp there. And then the first time, I think this is the first time for the illustration contest where there's actually an ultra rare, or I guess this would technically now be a double rare. You can see that's 215. So Toxtricity, those are the 3. And then I guess this is, oh, I guess you get that guy, not a code card, but just a backing. So anyway, these came, as you saw, kind of sealed up. These came with a qualifying purchase of Pokemon products. It was $15. Actually, the woman who bought the 2-pack blister ahead of me technically didn't qualify for these, but they gave her one anyway, which I'm fine with that. They wanted... but anyway, you should have gotten these. If you did not get them at a participating retailer, I saw they were available at Best Buy. I know they were available at GameStop. That's where I got mine. They were available at the Pokemon Center website if you entered the code DRAW. I think it was 2024 DRAW US or something like that. I can put it in the description. Starting on Friday the 21st at midnight Pacific time, or 12:01 a.m. on the 21st, midnight Pacific time, you could have gotten this with a qualifying purchase on the Pokemon Center website. I haven't checked if it's still, I mean, there was a huge rush. I actually stayed, I'm in Pacific time, so I stayed up late to get these, and it took me 45 minutes to get an order through. It was really, the website kept crashing. There was such high demand. And then I logged on Saturday morning, my order finally did go through, and I went to bed, and then I woke up Saturday and checked, and the stock on the Pokemon Center website was way down. Like, I think a lot of people were just buying any product. You know, of course, they probably tried to pick the best thing that was left, but there wasn't a lot left as far as cards go. But people were just buying these to get the promo cards. So these are free promos. They're cool promos. I think in the long run, there's going to be enough of these in circulation. I mean, they might be a few dollars each, but they're not going to be like through the roof or anything. So if you didn't get a chance to get these at release, and if they're sold out of places where you might try to find them, if you just hang around, you should be able to get them on the secondary market pretty affordably, I think. So these tins were available again on Friday the 21st. Again, I think that allocations were maybe lower than expected. So I went to my GameStop, the closest one. There's about a half dozen GameStops in the small city where I live, and yeah, they literally had 3 of the 2-pack blisters of Prismatic, which I'll talk about in the Prismatic opening we're going to do separately on the channel. And then they had just 3 total of these tins. And they weren't even a set. It was, I think they had 2 Xerneas and maybe 1 Kyogre. So I just, got 1 tin. They had a limit of 1. So I picked up 1 tin at GameStop, and then I went to my local game store, and they also had tins. They had more of them at my local LGS. They also had a limit of 1, though, so I bought the Kyogre there, and then I went to a third local game store, or second local game store, a third stop, and got the last one. I wasn't too concerned about getting them in general. Now these are Black Star promos. This is 179, you can see there. So if you do collect those Black Star promos, which I do, you want to grab. And again, these are, you can probably find these on the secondary market pretty soon for not too much, but if you do like those. And I think the reason, I think it's a combination of things right now, is that just allocations are lower. My local game store said, they're just getting a lot less product than they're requesting. And then also, with the hype and the FOMO of the set in general, like Pokemon cards, I think any cards anywhere, there was a line at my local game store. I wasn't even planning on getting there to get in line. I got there, it was actually not at open. I got there, I went to GameStop at open and then went to my local game store afterwards on Friday the 21st. And there was a line of people with the prismatic stuff, and the guy who I know who works there, who I'm friends with, he kind of he knows like half of those people are just scalping, which is kind of a bummer. At least they put a limit of one so that people can't buy them out. But anyway, these tins also seem to be in high demand. And maybe you got 2 Surging Sparks, a Stellar, a Temporal, and an Obsidian. So like a decent pack selection. I wouldn't like go crazy for this pack selection. The 2 Surging Sparks are really where the heat is. The rest of these are just like, okay. So maybe there's some demand for this product because of that. So we are going to just do an unboxing first, and we'll open some of the packs. I'm not going to open all the packs, just a little bit for sake of time. And then also, as you know, if you watch this channel, I try to, if it's a pack of a set that we have a master set of, there's less incentive for me to open it immediately. And I'll probably hold on to it and use it for some of our daily stuff that we do and other things. I'd like to kind of put those aside. So anyway, we will get to that. But here's the Kyogre. Again, kind of a double rare. And again, this is 178. So you've got the ultra rare. I'm used to calling them ultra rares. And then again, probably the same pack selection, 2 Surging, 1 Stellar Crown, 1 Temporal Forces, and 1 Obsidian Flames. The good news is we actually have master sets of Stellar Crown, Temporal Forces, and Obsidian Flames. We do not have for Surging, so I think what we'll do is we'll open the Surging Sparks on this video. And these other packs we're going to set aside and use them for other things on the channel. So we'll put that aside. There's a second one. And then lastly, we have Dialga. Makes me think of the, if you play TCG, the Pokemon Pocket game, there's the relatively new set with Palkia and Dialga. Kind of feels like an Astral Radiance inspired set. I've been really lucky with that with Pocket. I don't pay any money for Pocket. I've tried to just stay in the free lane for Pocket and just doing all that I can through that. And I've actually pulled in the last week, I'd pulled the immersive card of Dialga and Palkia. Just in my regular, I get 2 packs a day. I've been lucky to pull both of those, so it's very cool. So there's Dialga, 180. So we got the 3 promo cards again. I guess we can set those out. So if you do chase those, again, these are not going to be valuable cards in the long run, so you can find them probably for bulk pricing if you wait a little bit. But if you do, I like to kind of jump on things right away and grab those. And then last, 2 Surging. And it's the same pack selection. So we're going to set those other ones aside. But we've got 6 packs of Surging Sparks to open, which will be fun to do. It's definitely still... Prismatic has sort of overshadowed everything, of course. But Surging is still a hot set. It's hard to find in some... There are some products. I think finding just Surging Spark stuff, like booster boxes or sleeve boosters. I have found sleeve boosters. I actually found some at Walmart the other day. It was like everything was picked over, but there were 3 Surging Spark sleeve boosters just left over. I don't know why if people are just ransacking Walmart, I don't know why you'd leave 3. Maybe they didn't see them. They had kind of fallen down. So we're missing about 10 cards from Surging Sparks. I've turned my attention in this past month to finishing some other sets, including Stellar Crown and Shrouded Fable. And we haven't opened a ton of Surging Sparks recently, so nothing there. I do have some Surging Sparks set aside for an opening because I do want to keep working on that master set. We'll see if we can pull anything. I think it's unlikely I'm going to buy the Pikachu, the crazy expensive Pikachu card, so we're just going to have to keep opening stuff. But we are still missing, like I said, a handful of cards. So Of course, it doesn't make sense to like chase particular cards in opening things, but there's a certain point at which like those super expensive chases, I'm not gonna go crazy. Yeah, 4 Iron Crown, that's a cool, yeah. So Surging has some great cards in it, even beyond like, I mean, the Pikachu, I think people are kind of mixed about it. I mean, it's Pikachu and it kind of went crazy and it sort of stayed crazy, but as far as card art goes, it's not like so amazing, I would say. So there's there's a lot of great other cards in this set. I mean, of course, the Latias is a second chase card. I mean, that would be the chase card in many sets if it weren't for the Pikachu. So far, we're sort of striking out. Oh, there's an Appleton illustration rare and just an Eternatus. So we did get one hit. Guess we can set that. Here, we'll slide these guys down. So anyway, I'm curious how you are finding these tins, if you looked for them, if you care. I think generally tins, I don't run out and try to grab these tins. I mean, it's a pretty decent value. I mean, it's basically it's kind of average value, I suppose, in the sense that you get, I mean, it depends. I think you can find these anywhere from $26.99 to around $30 depending on the store. So $30 for 5 packs is not amazing. I mean, I'd really prefer to say 25 bucks. So, but again, it's got those 2 Surging Sparks, which probably is going to still make it desirable for folks. Again, generally these tins, these 5-pack tins, oh, hey, Pikachu, it's just the regular double rare, but I suppose if you're going to pull a double rare from that set, I don't know how much value that has right now. I mean, I'm sure it's not super crazy, but like I said, if you're going to pull a double rare. All right, we're down to 2 more packs, 2 packs. We've had 2 hits, nothing too super crazy. I mean, we haven't pulled, I don't actually know, I can't remember now for Surging Sparks what illustration or SIRs we have or haven't pulled from this set. But anyway, with the tins, I mean, I think these 5-pack tins are fine. I mean, if you can't find anything else, they're not like a terrible value. But, you know, and these new ones, again, I think just that combination of the FOMO of Pokemon cards in general and the fact that this has Surging Sparks in it. Well, there's an A-Spec, Energy Search Pro, Lucia's Appeal, and a Palkia. So 1 A-Spec, 1 double rare, 1 illustration rare, 1 pack left. I'm always happy, again, just like these lottery tickets of Surging Sparks, we are still working on that master set. So anyway, this is an unboxing of the Azure Legends Tins. We got 1 more pack to go, and then you have a sense now of kind of what's in these tins. I'm recording this like right after release. If you're watching this later on, I assume the FOMO of this will die down at some point in these tins, you know, down the road, are just going to be some of those like good tins to buy if you happen to see one, because they do have that Surging Sparks inside. But otherwise, like the other 3 pack selections, not amazing. So anyway, at least we've unboxed it. We've kind of checked them out. Snorlax, that's cool. Centiskorch, and just a Togekiss. All right, nothing super exciting, but now you've seen the Azure Legends tins, so that's our haul for these 3 tins. Good luck out there, stay safe, have fun, and we'll catch you on the next video.